Alright guys, NMRC here with you guys. Got a new shop video of what I'm thinking about trying to do. Sorry about that, excuse me guys. Anyway, got a new shop video. Nothing new, you know. Got this bomber in trade. Regular plain Jane plastic link bomber, not the kit version. It's pretty dang clean. I like it. Looks great. Traded the Kodiak dually for it, which was aka Force RC Northwood Crawler. Traded that guy for this guy. We got the steel cage wraith that was a bomber. You guys would know if you stayed watching my channel from the beginning. A lot of people that may still be watching it, hopefully, know this rig and know it was like this bomber here, and what all the deal was with that and all that. But I don't want to touch that story on that deal that I had to deal with. But anyway, we got the steel cage wraith now, and I'm thinking about slapping some metal links like this guy and stuff on this guy, make it a little bit better beefed up, you know. Still has a stock system, whatnot, so on and so forth. But anyway, the reason why I have these two side by side on the workbench here today is I'm finally gonna make a 1/10 scale rear steer or 4-wheel steer comp style rig. So I'm taking this axle off this bomber and put it on the rear. Take this rear axle off, of course, and I'm gonna buy knuckles and the C-hub and all that to make this rear axle into a front axle, so I can have a front axle back on this guy. So it'd be cheaper that way. All I gotta do is buy the axle shafts. So, you know, I can convert it to steer and be a front axle, so I can put it on this guy. And yeah, so I'm gonna be doing that today. I'll be showing you guys after I take the parts off, because like I said, I ain't got no tripod or nothing to hold my phone, and I don't have a GoPro. So we're gonna have like bits and pieces, you know, where I already have the front axle off. This is nothing new. I'm not gonna really go into depth with that, how to take it removal and then install, other than when it's installed on there, and then I'll do the radio. Hopefully I can get it out of here easily. These are kind of a pain to work on, but I'm gonna take the radio and stuff out of this guy. It has the stock tactic, I believe, is what this is for the bomber. I don't know if this is stock, but it has 3-channel. So that's gonna be my rear steer right here, is these two little buttons right here. That's gonna be for my rear steer on it. I mean, this thing is completely bone stock, guys. It has a tactical steering servo, so we all know those servos are no good, but you know, we'll run it till it breaks. The front does have a high-tech $100 steering servo in there with the aluminum horn. Hopefully I have aluminum horn that will work on this servo. It has plastic steering links, which I'll eventually change those out too, since they're dirt cheap on eBay. So I'll probably get those. And then I need to get some nice beadlock 2.2s that actually beadlock the Mickey Thompson Baja claws that I have, because the tires that are on the Bronco, those 2.2 aluminums, some reason can't clamp the beads on these guys. Let me grab them real quick, guys, so you see what I'm talking about. I'll grab the tire that the Bronco has, and then I'll grab a tire that that I want to put on the truck here, if I can reach it. Sorry guys for the all shakiness all over. But so these are the Baja Mickey Thompson claws that I'm talking about from RC 4-wheel drive. They are the I think these are the XL size, but it doesn't say that. It just says LT on it, as you can see right there. But they are the Mickey Thompson Baja claws, like the real trucks. I love this tread pattern. It's awesome. I need to get 2-stage foams because this Wraith is heavy with that cage and it causes tire roll. But anyway, those rims, some reason these tires have a really thin bead. So those rims don't like to lock this bead. The bead just pulls right out. I can just sit there and go like that and it'll pull it right out. So that is kind of due to being Chinese cheap bead locks and thin beads, because the beads on these low C rock claws are way thicker. I mean, they're way thicker than those Mickey Thompsons. And these suckers, it locks good. Those rims, they lock these tires real good. That's what I run on the Broncos, these. And these tires grip like every dang surface so far, even in loose dirt. These tires do really good, so I like them. And why, you ask, I don't put those 2.2s with these tires that are already on those 2.2s on here, is because see how shorter these tires are? Look at that. These are the stock BF goods. That's way shorter tire. And since these aren't portals, they're true scale axle, your pumpkin's gonna smack everything. That's how come I don't run these. If you look at these Mickey Thompsons compared to these BF Good wrenches right here, they're definitely a lot bigger. Look at that. These things are monsters. And these on here, I've had them on here. These on here, man, this thing looks like a real big beast of a rock bouncer, like the real deal, you know what I mean? So I want to keep that look to this because it's a steel cage. I'm going to take the cage off and probably try and do it like an obnoxious bright baby blue maybe, or a bright yellow, because everybody has green, orange, black. I might do it a bright yellow, call it the banana or something, or the pill, call it the pill. I don't know. But I was thinking about doing that, getting it powder coated a different color. But I gotta get 2.2 rims that actually lock the beads. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and peel this front axle off, peel the rear axle off, get it swapped on, and hopefully get the receiver out. And I'll show you guys once I install that on there. I'll show you how it looks, and then I'll pause it, do the receiver into here, and get it all working and get you guys back on. Okay guys, we run into an issue on this guy here. The linkage, that's easy fix, but this deal, you have to flip the servo on the other side of this brace / upper link mount, and these are on the outside now, and I have nothing on the inside. And it goes on like that, so I can't just flip it and spin the servo around the other way and it work, because it shapes with the axle housing, so it sits on there like that. So I need to figure out a 4-link system somehow to mount these top links onto this guy here. And then the steering, I can't just flop it because it's the stock molded deal there. It doesn't go all the way to here like the aftermarket links will do. But that's easy to do, but I don't know what the heck I'm going to do about this guy here. Alright guys, I got lucky. I was like, oh, look at the rear axle, bonehead. Well, I got lucky. There it is. I just gotta take it off here, mount the servo plate on here in the servo, and we're done. Other than the linkage. Okay, guys. Got it all hooked up. I just gotta get an aftermarket steering link set up, and this will work. So, what I had to do, this is just reference. I had to flip these around. I had to flip the whole axle upside down, flip these upright on both sides, take the knuckles and C-hubs, flip them, take these, take them off, flip them. I just slid it off here, and then flipped it, and had to take it off here and then flip them on that, you know what I mean? And then you have to do the diff. So the diff was sitting in here like this way. I had to take the cover off, flip this diff where it sits. See how the hump is different? So now it's on this side, so this will rotate the same way as your front axle. And then still that dill, where's this one at? I had to still take this one off the front axle that I took off this rig. Took the rear one that is this off of this rear axle and put it on this front axle to put on the rear. So this one is not going to work on this rear when I build it as a front. I'm going to have to get another one that's for the front axle, so keep that in mind. Also, I was thinking maybe I can flip stuff and all that and make it work, but that's for another video. But it's not as easy as I was making it sound, but it is easy if you have the common knowledge of builds and building and working and fixing on your own rigs. You'll be able to figure it out. Don't be afraid to try anything new, guys. I'm telling you, try it. Don't be afraid. You know, you gotta try it sometime, and it's not that hard. If you already have common knowledge of auto mechanics to begin with on your real vehicle, or even on this, you could this applies to your real vehicle. Your real vehicle applies to this. May not be as in depth, but it's common knowledge. It's the basics that is the same. So, obviously it's gonna work. I might have to make a part 2, or just do a part 2 when I have it all ready and running, and ready to test it and crawl it for you guys. That might be a part 2 for you guys. So there you go, guys. There's how to do rear steer basically on a axial bomber or wraith. And yeah, there you go, guys. I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching.